Well, welcome to week 5 of English 153, Introduction to Literature. This is a fun week. It's not quite as intense as some of the other weeks. In this week, we're going to talk about the relationship between humans and animals, between artists and animals, between authors, literary critics, and animals. Okay. This begins in prehistory, our relationship with animals, of course. And my wife and I had a wonderful opportunity to visit the caves at Lascaux in France way back in the early 70s when they were still very primitive. And a French man, a farmer, let us in with a kerosene lantern. All right. Today, you can't even go in. It's only reserved for scientists. So we're extremely fortunate. So the caves are big, they're beautiful, and they're covered with art. All right. In this case, charcoal paintings of animals. Okay. Bison, panthers, different kinds of animals like that. All right. And some humans. Okay. So this is some of the earliest contact between humans, art, and animals, the animal kingdom. This, of course, is covered in the Bible. It's covered in Genesis. It's day 6, where the Lord commands that He made animals, and that we are sort of in charge of them. Okay, and so we're going to have a discussion. You can go ahead and look at this discussion as to what does being in charge mean? What does dominion over the animal kingdom mean? And the word dominion sort of depends on the translation of the Bible that you read. There are many, many, many different translations. There are many, many different, even in English, written differently, okay, of the Bible, let alone the translations from the original, even before Aramaic, right, before Hebrew even, okay. So take a good look at that, please. It's short. Now, we'll go right to the literature. Here's poetry, Dog's Death by John Updike, beautiful poem. Traveling Through the Dark, another beautiful poem. This short story is so moving. I first came across it in China, okay. I taught it to my Chinese students, the ones that I was teaching for Trine at the time, okay. And it's a gorgeous story. It's, of course, written in Chinese. This is the English translation. And for those of you in the class who are Chinese, if you go all the way down to the bottom, you can find the original Chinese text. I think there's a link directly to the Chinese text there. Gorgeous story. I guarantee you it'll bring you to tears, okay? Here's short story, Shooting an Elephant by George Orwell. It's very, very moving. All right, and George Orwell, don't forget, wrote Animal Farm, wrote 1984. I think we all know him. Okay, essay, The Beastly Appetites by Dana Goodyear. It's a vegan essay, okay? It's very, very interesting. It involves Pirates of the Caribbean, okay? I think you'll enjoy that. And then here's one by Michael Spector. It's also 18 pages. It's an essay about PETA, P-E-T-A, the animal rights group. That's somewhat controversial. I think you'll learn a lot from that. It might change your opinion on a few things, okay? So discussion 6 is very important. I think you visited the same topic in week 3 when I asked you what your favorite authors so far in the class are, okay? And now we're up to week 5, getting ready for week 6, which is a very important week, a very, very short week. Okay, first of all, it's short because I have to have the material in earlier in the week so I get the grading done by my own deadline. And 2, we have peer review. So you have this project, this PowerPoint project that's due in the middle of the week to peer review. Then you have to review it and then finally turn it in, the revised version, to me before the end of the week. So take a look at next week already. Take a good look at the calendar. Make sure you understand. Make sure you're planning now for next week. This discussion, I ask you to finalize the 3 authors that you're going to compare and contrast, all right? Remember, I'm saying this is not a Wikipedia type article. It's not a bibliographical article. It's an analysis, okay, of their contributions, of the way they wrote, of what they did, actually. I don't need to read the biography because I already know the biographies, okay? So take a good look at next week's material so that you understand what you need to be working towards, and so that you understand what this discussion is about, okay? And I do want these authors to be from this class, from this Moodle, okay? On week 3, I said that they don't need to be ones you actually wrote about for your essays. That's true, okay? But they still need to be from the Moodle, all right, from this class, okay? By the way, those of you who are educators, right, you might really, really enjoy this very long video. It's 54 minutes long if you have some time, by Temple Grandin. And our oldest daughter is a early education specialist, all right, and she's actually met Temple Grandin. And Temple Grandin has autism, okay, and she's just contributed so much to the field of autism, but she's also contributed so much to the field of animal rights in the sense of treating them well, even as they get butchered, okay, in the big butchering plants, all right. So it's a video about autism, but also about animals. All right, so educators particularly would like this one. Okay, so please pay attention to next week already. You have the normal week 5 essay. That's quite routine. So if you have questions, you know how to get hold of me. Please make sure you're washing your hands. I wash my hands so much that now I have to use hand cream, which I don't like. It gets all over my iPhone, that kind of thing. So hey, good luck. We're bearing down on it. Okay, so work hard this week, and that'll make next week easier for you.